Welcome to the Jim Show with your host, Jim. It is a beautiful day out in Indiana, Zionsville area, and what I want to talk about today is this idea of no expectations. But first, a really brief update on the recovery from 4 days of crappy eating. Yesterday was day 4, and I pretty much felt like myself yesterday, so I think it was 4 days of water fasting, 4 days of eating lousy-ish, and then 4 days to totally recover from that. So I don't know what that means, but there it is. So, no expectations. This is something that I kind of accidentally started doing. I didn't even realize I was doing it, and someone pointed it out to me when I was talking about the app that I'm going to be working on for YAS. And I wrote an article about that, and I'll link to it in the show notes so you can see what that's all about. But basically, I was talking about this idea with some people that had some comments on the article, and I was saying that there were some concerns about how much apps cost, and that I'd need to market it, and all these various objective, rational reasons why that might be a difficult way to start out, yes, with the making of a mobile app. And my response was basically that this is where my excitement is, right? This is the next step that I see. It just naturally occurred that way. That's what came up. And I'm going into it without a big concern about what happens next, right? This is where my excitement's leading me, and even if I put the app out and it's a total flop, forever or in the beginning or whatever happens, I don't have any attachment to that, right? And I don't even have an attachment to necessarily finishing the app. This step, starting that, might be the next step, and that may lead me to something else. It may start a discussion with someone that leads us in a different direction. Like I don't know what's next. All I know is that starting work on the app is the next thing that I need to do, right? There's no belief in me that, hey, I'm gonna make this app and it's gonna bring a bunch of money into my life and it's gonna change everything. That just doesn't exist at all. I have absolutely no expectations about what's going to happen going forward with YAS and the app specifically. And a lot of high frequency individuals and channeled individuals talk about this idea of following your heart, following your excitement without expectations, right? That is the thing to do. That is like the ultimate realization of just allowing universe and what's coming to manifest on its own. I'm not trying to force anything, right? So it's similar to the idea of that Benito talked about planting the seeds, and then you don't watch them grow, because that's the expectation, right? You set an expectation, then you're checking in on it and see, is this meeting my expectations or not? The other approach is just plant the seeds, like start the work on the app, and then just let it go. Whatever happens is going to happen. Whatever sprouts from it is what's going to sprout from it. You're not monitoring it. You're not putting all your energy on needing a certain thing to happen, because that stops the flow of your life. That stops the next step from appearing, right? Because with the vibration you're sending out, the energy you're sending out is, I need this specific outcome to occur from the seed that I planted, right? And then if that doesn't happen, you get into an area where you're upset about it, you're sending out negative energy, when the other option is just keep flowing with whatever it is that manifests from it, right? Whatever the next step is. So it's like you're walking across a lake and a rock comes out of the water, and it's the next literal step for you to step on, right? That's what the app is for me. And there's probably some other rocks to the sides, like working on the mobile habitation project right now, or spending energy and time on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and on really spending more time on that than the little bit that I am right now. Like that'd be a step maybe to the side that I can see it there, but I'm not really choosing to actually step onto that, right? Because that would lead me on another path somewhere else. Either one of those, where if I put a lot of energy into them, that would lead me in some other direction. The next step for me, the big obvious one, is start working on this app for YAS, right? And then I'm going to step onto it, and from there I will see some more steps that are around me. I'll probably still have this little side step of the mobile habitation project. I'll still have a side step of doing Bitcoin trading stuff to a larger extent in my life, and some other things, right, that are there that I could take. But some other large obvious step will appear once I have stepped onto this start working on the app project, if that makes sense. That's kind of how it works. I don't know what will appear until I get to the next step. and I don't have any expectations about what will appear or what I need to appear. I'm just gonna let it occur as it does. And I think that I don't know if this is the greatest way you can harmonize with the universe. That doesn't feel true to me when I say it, but it is a step further than I have been personally, I think. Because I definitely before was always attaching expectations to these projects, right? These goals I was going to work on. Some people say you shouldn't even have any goals at all. I don't know that these are goals. So maybe that's true. This isn't really a goal, right? I'm not even saying I need to finish the app. All I'm saying is, what my heart and my intuition is telling me right now is to start working on the app. And that's it. That's really as far as it goes. That the app is a good idea that I need to start working on. It may not get finished because something else may, right? Working on the app may just lead to a conversation that I'm supposed to have with a specific individual that leads to the next step. And that may be it. I don't know. And I'm okay with that. I accept that this is going to go where it needs to go. That I'm going to get what I need out of it, whatever that is. I don't even know what I need, right? My higher self knows, but I don't know right now, not entirely. And so I'm just going to let it progress naturally and organically in the way that it does. And I don't have a concern about exactly what happens. So it's exciting. Even that's exciting in itself. Making the app is exciting, like starting to work on it, and then the not knowing of what's going to come next. What is the universe going to throw at me? What's the next new exciting thing that's going to appear? That is also very exciting and motivating, just in and of itself. Just this letting go of any expectations and letting things arise, as they come along. So try that. If you can, try that. With the next thing that's exciting to you, don't have expectations about the outcome, but just dive into it. Just start working on it and just see what happens. Because it's going to be the best thing for you, whatever it is. It's going to be exactly what you need. And it may not be what you thought you wanted, but it will be the thing that you need to move yourself forward in life. See you tomorrow.